So, guys, we're back at it again for surviving fentanyl. Rich homie Quan. No clickbait over here. But what we do want to address is the epidemic of fentanyl, the opiate crisis. It's just a domino effect from that. But it's two spectrums, right? And I'm real curious to see about Rich Homie, which spectrum really was he on, right? Did he know he was taking fentanyl, or did he think he was taking a perk 30 and ended up dying from OD? And to all the children out there, I want this to be a big wake up call for them. I mean, Rich Homie Quan probably has way more resources than us, right? I'm not gonna say that he was just mega rich or this or that, but he probably had way more resources. I mean, Narcan probably was available to him. I don't see him taking fentanyl and not taking the proper steps. I think everybody knows by now. But things happen, right? That's why it's a dangerous drug, because we cannot control it. I've been for the last 18 months trying to build this nonprofit up, support surviving fentanyl, and to be honest, it's been hard. I'm gonna challenge any rapper, singer, entertainer who's had any experience to get with me. Let's do an interview. I could use the publicity to start raising money. And the major key to all of this is, and what I want everybody to know is, the money, we need the money because it's not a cure, it's a treatment, right? And the treatment starts when they leave the treatment facilities or whatever, right? We need to be able to limit stress and let them focus on recovery and healing. I mean, you wouldn't put an AIDS patient on a football field to play football, right? Or if a guy got into an accident and lost a limb, you give them time to recover. And we need to start taking this just as serious. I've heard a lot of different rumors, a lot of different things and reasons what happened with Rich Homie. And it's crazy because I got a homeboy that I call Rich Homie Quan. We call him the original Rich Homie Quan. And it made me think about him and just the things that we went through growing up. Right now I'm out of town, I'm visiting my kids, but I wanted to touch bases and with my community, because we do have a community. Like I always say, it might not be what I want, what you expect, but we do have a community, and it starts one person at a time. First it was me, then my sister got on, then her husband got on, and then we built this organization. We did water drives, we talked to addicts, we've brainstormed, we've wrote curriculum, we've tried to educate. If you go through our YouTube channel, you'll see that I did a little episode on the proper way to use Narcan. But this is a shame, because this is a death that didn't have to happen. That young man had the world at his fingertips. I know he was kind of like on a decline musically. And if you go to Atlanta, they wouldn't say that, right? And with South artists, it's like that. Whichever region, you could be in a region and A Boogie, is the number one artist there in these small communities. But I hope this brings some more awareness. I've blasted a couple celebrities like Drake, Adam 22 on my station for promoting fentanyl. And I don't think that they really in their heart want people to use fentanyl, but it got to stop, man. We have to start building awareness in the proper way. That way kids know it's not cool. Like when I was growing up, to smoke crack, you was whack. Like our moms and dads was crackheads. Like we knew not to smoke crack. Like I never did powder. None of my homeboys, we never messed with cocaine in that facet. We only hustled it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you used any of those things, man, you were just really showing weakness. It was a sign of weakness, and we need to do that with fentanyl. The opiate crisis. See, we have to start at the the base of it, right? Just the Vicodin or the Perk 5 or the Perk 10 or whatever form of opiate a doctor give you. And, it starts by sneaking in mom's or auntie's medicine cabinet. Then you find a guy who has the pills, the real ones. And then now your body's so addicted that you're willing to risk taking a fake pill. You know it's a fake pill and you're willing to take it. So like I say, you guys, let's touch on this, man. Comment on this, man. Let's get involved with me. I want to know, do you think Rich Homie knew he was taking a fentanyl pill, or do you think he was under the impression that he was taking the Perk 30? I'm not that privy on all the news or whatever, but I just know it's two spectrums to it, right? It's the spectrum of the people who smoke fentanyl. The blue pills look just identical to Perk 30s, and they smoke it out of aluminum foil with a straw, hover kind of over it. And they know what they're taking. Like, you couldn't give that community a real Perk 30. They don't want it. And then you have this other spectrum to where people take Perk 30s orally, or they may sniff it and it's an opiate, and that's what they prefer. And then you have the addict who just is at a point and they don't care. I didn't, and the industry is real easy to fake, right? But I didn't see a stressed out man to the point where he would be taking synthetic opiates, which is fentanyl. I didn't see that when I've seen Rich Homie. I always liked his music. I pray for his family. If there's anything we can do to support Surviving Fentanyl, all our information, how to get in touch with us, is in our pages, on our IG and all that. Reach out, man. We'll do whatever we can. My sister, she runs an occasions business, so she does events or whatever. If you guys need any help with that or anything that we can do, and I know y'all got money, I know y'all probably don't need us, any way we can spread the word. Blue Azona, the documentary, we're still working on that. We've already shot it. We're just editing it right now. When you're shooting with phones, different cameras, different SD cards, it's a harder process. I have a series we're going to do with another young man that was found dead in my cousin's T's house. He was hanging halfway out the patio, halfway not. I'm gonna let my cousin more talk about that, because there's some personal things in there about his living situation again or whatever he might not want to share right now. So when we talk to him, we will, but we are I haven't spoken to the family directly, but through him, we have been talking. They have agreed to tell his story, because that is where the change happens, right? Is making each and every one of us aware. I mean, we got to be aware, it is what it is. And to my people, man, we need to pull together on this one. This ain't cool. This one ain't, the money or whatever, man, this one ain't it, So, and there's so many other avenues to get money and things. I would love to show Black entrepreneurs, street pharmacists, the car industry. I'm in it. And I honestly could say that I make more money selling cars than I ever did selling drugs. I mean, I've had $250,000 in street money before too, but when you flipping that, the profit of that is so low. It's about 8 to 10%, right? And then you're maintaining, so you do have a nest egg of that, but that doesn't mean you can go out and blow $250,000, right? With my job, if I make $20,000 that month, or if I make $1,000 a month, I have the authority to be able to go out and spend it. And the owner's going to re-up, right? He's going to go buy more cars. He's going to advertise. And I just got to sit in his trap and open the door. First one to the car. It's the same fundamentals and things that we were raised on, right? And just applying it to a different hustle. And that's just all it is. But man, much love to Rich Homie, man. His family, his friends. I know he had kids. I know he had loved ones, man. Your family be loving you, man. Like us Black men, them women that raised us, man, they love us. They gave everything for us to be here, right? And I want to start talking about remedies and things that that help with opiates, right? Because with me, when I got shot, I got addicted to Vicodin. I went to prison, I withdrew, but I never quit being an addict, right? So when I got back out, when my mom started to decline her health, and I had to start making decisions about her life, I started drinking. But I could drink a lot until I was flat-faced. You wouldn't tell I was drunk unless you smelled it. But what I did is I sat down with a therapist, I sat down with my doctor, and we came up with a plan. And what we identified is that I'm still an opiate addict, right? And I was trying to treat being an alcoholic, right? But they work on the same receptors. So I was getting the wrong treatment. Now, fast forward, I'm on Suboxone. It's a drug, you put it under your tongue, you let it dissolve. They have different milligrams and things like that where it blocks your opiate receptor. So I want to talk about that, right? I think if a lot of opiate users and fentanyl users could make it a couple days and then get into using Suboxone, I think they'll be better off. I think they would. I think it's doable. I'm doing it, right? And look at me, man. It's still the people. Oh, it's still an addiction. It's still an addict. Yeah, but one thing about it is I'm not sloppy around my kids. I can get up, I can function, I can go to work, I can think clearly, my spirit's in the right place. And now we're doing what we call de-escalation, which we're lowering the doses to walk me out of it, right? I've made my mind up not to be an addict mentally, right? My heart's in the right place, but my body still craves those things. So now I want to quit. I'm willing to quit, and I can see the mud from the forest. So now I can take the proper steps, right? But when you're trying to quit in the middle of an addiction that has you weighed down mentally, physically, emotionally, is hard. It's steps to it. And that's what Support Surviving Fentanyl we want to do. We want to walk you through the steps and help you. Again, thank you to everybody who's donated, who rocks our merch, who's been a part. It's been few and in between, but those that do, man, it means everything to me. It means everything to us. Again, I want to say, man, blessings to rich homie Quan, his family, man, his kids, his mother, his sisters, his dad, his brother, even just his homies on the block, man. Your brothers on the block end up being your brothers. You be loving your bro on the block more than you do your real brother. You have a better relationship. So again, you guys, man, I love you. I'm here for you. Reach out if you need to talk. If you want to learn about Suboxone or whatever, let me know, man. I'm here for you. And yeah, man, we're gonna keep grinding one patient, one person, one supporter at a time. And yeah, man. Oh yeah, this is my last thing. Dame, you talk about educating and everything and all these things too. I follow you. I really fuck with you, bro. I love your philosophy. I love your teaching. But when I get through with this documentary, I want to air it on America New. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do it that way, right? I don't want to just release it on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. Let me put it on America New. Let me get some of the ad revenue, right? We're gonna do it a nonprofit way. We'll take it all back, whatever we make, and then I got an idea for a different documentary, kind of a movie, and then whatever I make, I want to spend it back and let you direct something and produce something for us and take our filming and our shooting to another level. So yeah, SSF nonprofit, we out, man. Again, rich homie Quan, I know you in a better place, man. I know we always say that, it's kind of cliche, but man, we pray for the family, and man, big support from us, man. Love.